Yes, and welcome back. And as promised, talked about earlier, I have Ishmael Azeli and John Gugi with me on set to talk about their preparations ahead of the 2025 Safari Rally, which is happening next week on 20th to 23rd in Nairobi and Naivasha. Karibuni sana, Ishmael and John.
Thank you.
Yes, and of course, John Gugi is the navigator for Ishmael, and Ishmael will be in his second Safari Rally. Ishmael, how ready are you for the Safari Rally? And I've asked you this question many times.
For the 1 million time. No, I'm good. Thanks for having us. I think we are almost there. Just say we're almost there. We're doing our best to get to the start line. The car is not in bad shape now, as it was when we last spoke. So we have good progress. So we're hoping to make it to the start line. Yeah.
John, I know you've wrecked in a number of rallies, but this is the first time that you're navigating Ishmael. How psyched are you for him, and what would you bring to the table, as they ask?
It's a new partnership between me and him. And I just got a call a few weeks ago, and I had to take it. We did a test run with him a few weeks ago, and I believe we are now in sync. We're in a new relationship, so let's see how it goes. Yes. So what I bring my expertise. I've been rallying since 2009. I navigate, drive, but mostly navigate. So I am ready for Safari. Yes.
I mean, nobody tempts Safari, right?
Nobody. It's the rally gods on your side, and let's not wake up the sleeping warrior, because that's where it's hard. Yes.
What will it require this time round, Azeli?
The sleeping warrior you just mentioned is where we got stuck last time, and we didn't finish our race. So hope the gods
when you were just on the last bend, finishing up.
We hope that the gods for sleeping warrior allows us to go through it this time round. Of course, with John bringing his expertise, then we're hoping to, have a good run. Yeah.
What was the need for you to have John, maybe?
I think, for me, the guy, my good friend Kadivani, who I was sitting with last year, had to, go for the higher seat in the office. So of course now I was left alone in the car, and so I started this search of trying to find who can be the best fit and collaboration for this particular event. And of course with a couple of calls and questions, and of course not like I didn't know him, because we were racing against each other last year, and of course they won. We lost that one. So for me, John was a good bet, and and a good match as well. Yeah, so we're hoping to do better this year. Yeah.
Tested the car already, enough seat time?
It's never ready till it's ready. You might have enough seat time, but inside the car sometimes they decide otherwise. So we pray for our God as well. And Safari is about being on the lucky side of the card. So we're praying on that side. Yes.
Reliability against speed and winning?
We have a better car than last year. That's what I'll say. We have a more faster car. We have it's actually more reliable car than what we had last year, compared to its cooling system and mechanism. So, and it's gonna be hot and muddy, so we're trying to balance between both weathers and all weathers. It can be rainy 2 seconds and all of a sudden it's sunny the other 2. So I think it's more of like trying to find a balance between the car and and trying to find a way to make them get to the end. Yeah.
And John, having raced in safaris for a couple of times as well, what do you think that this year's rally, they could be raining or not, but what do you think the winners, those who get to the finish line, because it's never about winning, it's about finishing the rally, just like it was in 1952.
Yeah, Safari is never about winning, it's about finishing, but obviously winning is better, it's sweeter.
Yeah.
Getting to the end means a lot to every single driver and every single team and every single mechanic, because getting ready for Safari is not a joke. It's it's so much in the technical things. So yeah, we just need to be disciplined inside the sections. Don't forget, we are racing, so the speed has to be there, but more of discipline with speed. Yes.
New stages this year. How are you planning to tackle them?
Yeah, we have one new stage that none of us have done before. I believe so. It's called what, Ma?
So Serengei.
Yes, it's actually the second stage of first day, and actually the last stage of that day. So I think it's not long. It's I think about 11 kilometers, if I'm not wrong. So it's a short stage, but you know, the fact that no one has been there, so we're hoping we have an equal opportunity to try it out in the best way possible. Yeah.
How ahead should, John, when you're reading the pace notes, how ahead should you be before the driver?
Mostly is about 200 meters to 100 meters, depending with the speed that the driver is on, so that I can tell him what's ahead of him before we get there, so that he's ready to set the car. Yes. Yeah.
And I see things like TR50, you know, turn right, 50 meters.
Yes, so in the navigation, it's a different type of language. Special language for special people like us. Yeah.
Amharic.
Yeah, so you'll have something like 100 fast right, 100 fast left. All of that I have to tell him way before. So it's up to him to have that photographic and the memory of listening what's ahead of him. Yeah, so we have to be in sync together. It's a relationship. When I'm lost, we are lost. When he's having bad driving, I'm having bad, navigation. Yeah. Yeah. So we have to be in sync, and we synchronize each other, the driver, the navigator, and the car. Yes.
And I mean, for you to be in sync doesn't take long, right?
It takes a minute, but I think there's much more into being in sync than actually sitting the same car. I think it's more of like how are you guys relating outside the car more? That will help you know if you're gonna sync inside the car. So I think we've had a very good relationship outside the car. Even when you're chilling and just chatting, doing other things apart from talking about the car. So that I think for me is the first step to knowing who is your better spot to have in the car with. So I think that's more important. So if you have a very good relationship outside the car, then means inside the car you will not struggle a bit more. Yeah.
Last year, just closer to finishing, and the engine blew up.
Yeah.
That must have been a lesson to take to this year.
Yeah. I cried in heart, but we didn't cry. That's why we're back again.
The tears never came out.
The tears never came out. So that's why we're back again, better, bigger and better, trying to recover and reclaim our position. But as John said, our focus is to more of like finishing the event and like winning the event. But the win comes after finishing. So hope to end up on the podium. Yeah.
The unsung role of John, many don't know, but you're the people who make it happen, right?
Yes, we sadly unsung heroes. Without the navigator, there's no driver. Without the pace notes, there's no speed. So it's very technical inside there. We'll one day come back and show people what it is to be a navigator and what it takes. And it's the book, the pencil, and the rubber.
It's never gone digital?
You can go digital, but batteries fail sometimes. Then you're lost. Yeah. So I'd rather call my notes on a pencil.
Yeah, with your own handwriting.
My own handwriting. Yes.
It's read faster.
It's faster.
Less rigging.
Yes. Yeah. Then you can do the first loop and the second loop, and terrain changes because when one car passes after the other, the terrain changes. So I might call the first loop as a fast, but on the second loop, it's dug in too deep. You can't do it fast, so you have to slow down. So I have to change, and so I have to rub and change a note. Yes.
Yes, and maybe for people who learn it, how quick do they? What's going on in your mind when you're guiding, when you're reading your notes? What's going on in your mind?
Nothing apart from the notes. Nothing apart from calling the next note and the next note and the next note. Until when you hear the fly finish, we call it the FF. When you say the FF, now you can breathe in because now you're at the end.
The last stage.
The last stage.
Just getting the car
to the section, the last stage.
Yes.
Either the 18 kilometer, the 8 kilometer, the 20 kilometer. The moment you say fly finish, you breathe in. Yeah.
What kind of rally are you expecting? Compared to any?
It all changes, you know. We have new drivers coming, new young drivers more than us. So it's a battle for us as a Kenyan team, as Kenyan drivers, the young and the old. Yeah.
And this, for you, from 2009, what will be your most beautiful memories of rally?
Honestly, last year, when I was in a different team, then we got to the podium. We were actually third on the WRC KNRC. So getting a trophy from the president and all that, I mean, it's in the books now.
It crowned your moment.
Yeah, it's been all those years and it just came, just one that day. And we never expected it. So it's all about the discipline and luck inside there.
Rolling the dice, do you expect a fairy tale run?
Yeah. I think sportsmanship comes with a lot of challenges and wins. So for everything to be fair, there must be, there must be a lot of challenges. There must be a lot of breakdown, a lot of winning in one or another. And it just depends on how you see it. But I think it's gonna be a fair event, and I really hope this is also encouraging everyone, even all as Kenyans, that we have Kenyan motorsport young people who are trying to even put the Kenyan motorsport up on a better spot in the world, because we have international drivers coming who are actually already in the country right now. As we speak, some are in the country, the cars are already in the country. And those guys have super powerful cars that we do have. And in terms of equal opportunities, they're probably a bit ahead of us. But we're hoping at some point we'll get there and have even better and bigger cars as they have. But it comes with a bit of commitment and a bit of partnerships here and there to have us as Kenyan drivers rise to another level. Yeah.
And for you, getting into rally is an interesting story.
It is an interesting story, yeah. How did I get into rally? I was, I love cars and cameras. So during my other time, especially apart from March and other few weekends along the full season, I do filming. But over the weekend and March specifically, we do racing. And for me, that has a balance. And I got into rally by, of course, because I love cars, I got to rally. And then I met this friend of mine who's called Mindo Gatimo, and Eric Bengi, who trained me to be, I'm basically like Eric Bengi's prototype. So we trained a bit more, and then at some point they're like, oh, let's buy a car. And so that's how I got into rally basically. And then we started training, and it's never been the same. So it's been like 2+ years now. But it's been such an amazing journey, and a lot of support along the way. And Bachika came in, and everyone else. Yeah.
And for John, last year's, of course, success. Be still hungry?
I am hungry.
Not complacent.
I am hungry for first position. I hope you had that for first position. Because previously, we came 8th on the first safari. Then we came 6th on the second safari. We came 3rd on the 3rd safari. So I need first on this safari. So I'm hungry.
I mean, third, first on this safari. You were leading last time, right? So it's possible.
I beat them for two days consecutively before the car blew up the engine. So he knows what he's talking about.
So it's a good acquisition. It's a good acquisition. Perfect acquisition. Like you're waiting for him.
Yeah.
Because of discipline. So you are more disciplined, I guess.
What do you think caused them? They were a bit
flat
out or something like.
You see, when you inside that seat, I can. When you inside that seat, you are hungry. You know, you need to beat whoever is in front of you. You need to beat whoever is behind you.
True.
So you can't really blame them or something. You know,
Or
we're all
find a
hungry.
reason,
Yeah, but some point you need to know where to back off and where not to back off, because if you don't back off on the rough stages, then you'll definitely put yourself out of the race. Yes.
And Safari Rally is punishing, you know, not like any other round on the WRC.
Yeah, we have a lot of like kilometers we're supposed to do. I think competitively is about almost 300 kilometers, and combined it's about 600, both the transport stage and the competitive stages. So it's gonna be a grueling 4 days of rallying between the 20 and the 23rd. But yeah, we're here for it. We just gotta be taking our camel bags with water inside in the stage with the zebras and all that stuff.
Yeah. And Rallycross, how vital was that for your preparation?
Rallycross is a curb breaker. So it's such an amazing event because it's also teaches you to go through different weather conditions and terrain in an actual track. So for me, that helps me and helps my driving skills in terms of muddy situations, rough situations, slippery situations, tarmac, because sometimes you go off tarmac into like a rough section as well, rocky jumps and all that stuff. So it's Rallycross is an amazing event. I'll encourage everyone who's never been to one of these events to come. There's one happening next month, straight after
Rally.
After WRC. We have 5, 6 at Kasarani actually. Yeah, I'll encourage everyone to come and watch it. It's an amazing event. It's a family event, run and owned by Kenyans, and actually almost 99% of the drivers are Kenyans. So it's a local event for motorsports.
Yeah, and new car, into the Safari, new car, and also John joining you this time around. This really signals your intention to win.
The intention is there and the will is there, but we pray that the goals also are on our end, so we can actually claim something at the end of the day.
And as we wind up, John, what should happen now? How you focused are you for the rally, and do you have a routine that you keep?
When you're born ready, you don't need a routine. You just pray to God. He wakes you up and enter the car and do your best, because when I'm inside the navigator seat, it's a job. He's employed me to do it, so I have to do it the right way. I have the passion, I have the love, I have the will. And it's all about teamwork. It's not about me and him. We have a full team behind us. We have the mechanics, we have our parents, our siblings who are rooting for us, our friends even out of the country who are rooting for us. So it's a win for everybody. So it's me and him to work for it and to give the outside world something to talk about us, and yeah.
Yes, and maybe finally, last word from you, Safari Rally, what don't people know about it?
Oh, what don't people know about Safari?
There's the stages where they need to come and sit and watch.
Yeah, wake up early if you want to enjoy. Wake up early. Enter the stages at around 3 a.m., 4 a.m., picnic. It's a family event. Bring your children, bring your friends. And that's where passion comes in. Personally, I loved rally because as a young boy, I used to watch them around my house. My dad used to take me for them. So it's a family event. Then passion comes. Then we are here now. Yeah.
Heritage-wise, for you, Safari Rally, I mean, as a young one growing up,
No,
and now in the mix of it?
yeah, but I think growing up, my dad never used to leave me during the flag off. I always remember the flag off, and I remember it was always an Easter season. So that was very unique. And back then, there was even this, you know, you like after flag off, like 2 days later, here there's still cars passing by that are very fast. Like, yeah, that car's going too fast. So that's for me is what the spirit of rallying is, and the spirit of, you know, showing us where we've come from as a country as well. And it's been here for long enough. And it's the toughest region, the toughest tracks that we have in Kenya for all the whole season. So they come here just to tackle. It's the toughest rally on the whole calendar. So everyone must come and watch, I think. And yeah, come one, come all.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
John and Ishmael, for gracing the touchline. And we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
May you go and conquer
Are you
the
coming?
toughest rally. Yes, I'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you there.
Hopefully, I'll see you on at the service park.
Yes.
Or maybe when you're just
Amazing.
coming in from the first day, I think I'll be close
Do
there.
the village as well.
Yeah.
Yes, there's village as well.
Yeah, there's the village later
Yes.
on. no?
Yes,
Right?
Yes, there's lots happening.
See you on the final day at
Yeah.
the village,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But all the best, guys.
Thank you.
May
Thank
you
you.
get the car safe, right?
100%.
And
Thank you.
that number one is for you. You know, just angling to be like the greats who've conquered it in yesteryears. This is, of course, the touchline on Y254. Stand by for another interview with the drivers again, and this time I'm talking to the drivers that drive the 00 and 000 cars, the safety drivers. They are in the studio already, so don't go too far. We'll be back after this short break.